Bis excuse me. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasulullah. With Allah's name, the merciful benefit giver, the merciful redeemer. I, Abdul Shaheed, I testify as an eyewitness that there is no thing, no one to be worshipped except the Almighty Lord, Creator. And I testify as an eyewitness that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, prayers and peace be upon him, the mortal human being who lived over 1,450 some years ago. He is one of the messengers of the Lord Creator, and he is the seal, he is the end of all the prophets. To everyone in the listening audience, to the worldwide community of decent human beings, the peace be upon you all. Assalamu alaikum. Coming before you at this time to share this thought, this concern. Beginning in 1975, when he, Imam Waridin Muhammad, came into leadership of the largest Muslim community in the United States of America. He called for all true believers who identified themselves as Muslims to begin honestly and sincerely, genuinely following the sacred book of the Muslims, which is known as the Quran. Also, another very big movement that the Imam set into motion. He asked for an intelligentsia, a group of highly educated so-called African Americans, so-called black people in high levels of academia. He called for them to do an in-depth research, study, analyzing of what exactly did the institution of American slavery do to the so-called black people of America and the Western Hemisphere, and also by export to so-called black people around the globe. Yes, that call went out in the 1970s. Today, we live in the year 2022. And I have to ask, where is that group of educated, learned people from amongst the so-called African American or black community? I have not seen it. Yes, I know what you may be thinking, that there is lots of so-called black leaders who speak out against the white man, white folks, as having did this or that to the so-called black community. But that's not what the Imam called for. The Imam's request, when we look at it and understand it correctly, he was saying, stop pointing the finger at other people and let there arise from amongst you, your own community, your own people. Let there arise those honest and sincere people who will look into the situation, gather information, data, knowledge, science on exactly what was did and how it was did to damage the black, so-called black community. You can't wait for other people to do it. If you're going to help to cure the ills of your people, you have to do it. So why hasn't a group of learned, educated, highly educated, so-called black people, black professionals, why haven't they rose up and made scientific study into the damages that were did to our people? The answer, people? The very best answer that I can give you, and my answer that I'm about to share with you, comes straight from the scriptures, straight from the sacred Quran. The reason that a No group of highly educated so-called black professionals have not risen, excuse me, to address the damage of slavery on our people is because of fear. Fear. They fear what some of their white co-workers, co-intelligent people will think of them. Fear. They are so much in fear. They are afraid to go look at the truth and share the truth with the world. Man, that is oppression. That is the worst type of oppression. When a people has put another people into the mental and spiritual state where the one people look at the other people as God over their very existence. God. They fear to research, get the truth, and share it because they don't want to risk the possibility that some of their white counterparts will speak out against it. Well, if the high, mighty, well-educated people from amongst our community will not group together and sincerely research the situation, then, as is now happening, we, the individuals, the common people, we have to do it. We cannot just simply let it go undone. It must be did. It must be addressed. The plan of the Lord has always been that He calls forth from amongst the common people, not the high educated. And when I've read it and thought about it and studied it in the sacred Quran and in the Holy Bible, it dawned on me. Imam Muhammad knew that they were not going to get busy and do it. He had to know that. What he was doing by putting the word out there, he was letting us, the common people, see where those highly educated people from amongst our community, see where they really are. That was back in the 1970s. Now we're in 2022, and they haven't done anything. They have not addressed the issue. It is our turn. We will step forward. We are stepping forward. There are millions and millions now. Common people, men and women. The little warrior Davids. David the youngster, not highly educated, not a general, a believer. Early in the stage of development. But he was firmly founded. He had a firm foundation upon the truth, upon sincere belief in the Almighty Lord, Creator. And he did not hesitate. He took up the job of defending the people. We people, brothers and sisters who are sincere in your want for equality and righteousness of human society, you have to move forward. Cannot wait for those in high positions anymore. We are tired of hearing accusations against the white folks. White folks this, white folks that. Well, what about what you are in the leadership positions? Highly educated people from amongst the black, so-called black community. What are you all doing? Despite what the white people or any other people do against, what are you doing for? We are speaking directly to you now in this day and time. We will get the job done. We will do as the Lord has commanded. Excuse me, Brother Ideen Hassan. Wa alaikum assalam to you. Yes, sir. In the near future, inshallah, if God wills, I may even have a chance to do it later this afternoon or this evening. I'm going to do another video with some in-depth beginning studies of our situation. In fact, I have already posted some photos, some images from which I will also use in the video presentation. One of the photos shows a drawing, a cartoon from on board a slave ship. The person in leadership of that, on that photo, the admiral, the captain, whatever, is a well-dressed, learned man, educated person, not a low-class white person, but someone from the upper class. He is leading the whipping, the beating of a teenage black female. No doubt, as the caption of the photo says, beaten and raped. Why? Why did the so-called slave masters, why did they have to put out treatment like that to those individuals that they had captured? They had already captured them. They were already subject. So why beat, terrorize, rape, instill image upon the physical and into the mental, spiritual aspects of the person, the people? You know why they did it? Oh, they wasn't doing it just to be nasty, just to be for the pleasure of beating on the so-called black. They did it because their leadership had told them, you have to make them fear you. The first step in breaking down the blacks, make them fear you. Physically fear your sight. And to this very day, that still exists amongst the so-called black community. We will never be over it until we face it. We can no longer wait for other people to look into the situation. We have to face it ourselves. Thank you very much, and let me get back to work now on getting the materials ready to compile that video. And the obvious, as I just pointed out one to you, that slavery had upon us, that still linger upon us, even to this very day. Speaking of this very day, in this 21st century, there is a mental and spiritual condition which medical experts have named PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Well, people, this common man is telling you, equivalent with that, for our community, there is a disease, an illness, a sickness, post-traumatic slave disorder, PTSD. We're suffering from it. We need medical help. That medical help can only come from the knowledge, the wisdom of the Lord Creator. Let us get busy. Go to the books, to the divine books, and address the situation. The peace be upon y'all. Assalamu alaikum.